Sometimes it's hard to find a reason why, when everything is falling and all that's left to do is try your best to keep holding on to the next sunrise. But you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Sometimes a mountain means it's time to climb higher than you've been before. So hold on tight and close your eyes. You'll make it faster than you know. Closer to the sunrise. 'Cause you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found.
Okay, I think I'm unmuted. Hello, welcome everyone. Oh, it's been like just off to the races. I feel like I say that a lot, but really today was, I didn't lock my doors till 6 o'clock at the shop. And with little Sophie, should we give her a little debut again? Show her to everybody. Come here, my little girl. Here we go. Oh, she's just like, I'm going to curl up with mom now. I'm here. Sophie, do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? You look at Dad up there. There's our little beautiful Sophie saying hi. She's adjusting. We're adjusting. She comes to work with me. And look at, she's just totally here. Dad, don't take me away. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, her little belly's right laying up. Bye. I'll see you after the show, little one. Bye, Sophie. So yeah, now it's not only do I have to like cash out, I've got to bundle up little Sophie and get her it all bundled up, her food and her toys, and get her into her little carry case. So I know she is so cute. Hi, Bee. Oh, it's her favorite night. Yay! I'm looking a little rough just because, like I said, today was yikes, just like crazy. Go, go, go. I'm just fixing here everybody's comments so it's nice and big. And I can go up like this now. I know, she's so cute, right, Blake? She is a lot of work. But oh, she's so bonded and I'm bonded with her. Oh, thanks, B. I feel it. I'm just going to drink this tea and get this theamine in me. What did we learn on that other show? The ingredients in black tea? Oh my gosh. So today was the day I finally decided exactly what we're going to call her. Like, it's been Sophie, but it just made so much sense for me because Marie is in a lot of middle names. I don't know if any of you, yeah, it says show comments, sweetie, so it should be there. Sorry about that, guys. Dave was just saying to show the comments, but I see them. Unless it's delayed a little bit here. Yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but growing up, I had I was raised Catholic for a good portion of my upbringing. And it's very customary to have the word Joseph for boys and Marie for girls. So it's part of your middle name. I don't know if any of you had that, but I have two middle names, and my brother has two middle names. They've put in the name Joseph for him, and Marie was for all of us girls. So yeah, it came to me and I thought, I'm going to call her Sophie Marie Huber. So that's her official name. We call her Sophie Marie, and I think it has a beautiful sound to it. It just sounds, well, she's very precious to us. She's our little miracle girl, and we love her to bits. So I am not very prepared for tonight because I didn't get that time in front of the computer. By the time I locked up, cashed out, grabbed Sophie, and you can't just move her quickly. She's still so brand new. She's only 4 weeks old. So I take my time with her and to get her, not getting upset or not enjoying the transition into the vehicle, and then because there's a lot going on for her there's a lot of things for her to experience, and she's seeing people all day long at the store, so there's a lot for her. She slept really good last night, and I slept really good last night. Oh, you love impromptu? Okay, B, maybe I should do more of that. So I just had a total craving for KFC tonight. I don't know what it is about that spice recipe, but it feels like it almost every time before the show, Dave will go get me their chicken fingers. I love KFC chicken fingers. They're my favorite. I think they're the best chicken fingers in town. Anyway, tonight on my way home, I thought, oh, I just feel like I need KFC. So I stopped in the drive-thru and grabbed some. Yeah, is it a Canadian thing more? I grew up thinking KFC was the best. It was so exciting to go have Kentucky Fried Chicken. Back where I grew up, I lived in a little town. And we just had a regular coffee shop. There were no chain A&W's or anything like that. And KFC, we would drive to Peace River. If we had a reason to go to Peace River, that was super exciting, because then you go to the city. For us, Peace River was the city. It was very exotic. And I can still remember, you had a dentist appointment, you knew you were going to go to KFC to get Kentucky Fried Chicken. So it's probably a psychological thing, but I've always just thought it's so exciting to have Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but yeah, it's finger licking good to me. I'm just feeling like I don't want to talk about the hypnotherapy tonight too much for some reason. It's not, some stuff came up today, and I think we should just talk about that. We're going to do card readings tonight, so I'm excited for everyone. I know you guys love getting cards pulled, and I got a fun deck tonight. It's just, again, impromptu. I never thought I would share this deck with anyone publicly, but here we go. That's the deck they want me to use tonight. So there you go, B, for impromptu. We're going to have a crazy deck tonight. So how are you guys all doing? Are you guys excited about our dinner date coming up? See, I don't even have my information with me. Where are my notes from last week? Because then this will remind me exactly when we're supposed to get together. Yes, on the 20th at Flavors 8 at 6 p.m. Hi, Janice, you made it. Good. Just reminding everyone about our get-together. This is open to anybody who listens to the show and is looking for a fun night out. It's dinner. You're looking after your own bill, but we all get together. It used to be just a small group of us, but we've decided we just want to open it up and make it like our dinner night once a month where listeners can get together. It's kind of fun to see each other in person, and we have this common thread with all of us, and is that we listen to the show, and we've been seeing each other in the chat room, so it's fun to be in person and see each other. So yeah, it's just an opportunity to join me for dinner, and Christopher's usually there, and Blake will be there, your love 'em and leave 'em guy. Yes, and it's a super special show. That's right, Blake, because Blake will be celebrating his birthday on that day. It's so funny. I spent almost one whole dinner trying to figure out when Blake's birthday was, because I have to admit, I was 2 drinks in, I think, at our Christmas party for the show dinner, and I could have swore that Blake had said, let's pick the 20th because that's my birthday. And I swore up and down that we had just finished like months ago celebrating Blake's birthday. I was convinced Blake had just had his birthday. I said, why would he tell us that? It's not his birthday. We just had his birthday. No, a whole year has gone since Blake joined. We had a little surprise birthday party for Blake. I can't believe how quick time flies. It's just, I think it must be like that the older you get. Like, I don't know. I don't ever remember it feeling like that before. Oh, Blake's 71. You're going to be, gosh, those are great numbers, by the way. 71. I love that. You're still young. You still got time to find someone, have a little romance. I'm being funny. Okay, so we're going to put aside the hypnotherapy. Because today, I know, you probably feel it too, B. Hi, Trisha. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Tonight we're going to be reading cards, but I just want to talk about some stuff beforehand. I had a customer coming in, and she was looking for some stones for a friend because she was feeling their pain. And what it was is that their friend had taken a very important exam, but they hadn't passed. And I was thinking of my own experience of having a great disappointment very similar to that. And so I gave her a little bit of my experience just to let her know like how it felt for me, and to give her a little more perspective on possibly how her friend is feeling. Hello, Kai. Welcome. And it made me think that maybe this is something good to talk about on the show. I feel like there might be some people listening that are struggling with a recent failure. And if you are, I feel like it's really important not to give up. And I want to give you a little bit of background. So before I started, I opened up the shop. I had been a real estate agent, and I was doing very well at it. I was very dedicated to it. I loved it. I love to say this because it's the truth. I had a moment in my career where I had said, in a moment of retrospect, we were just like, I just had some quiet time. My feet were up on the dash of the RV, and we're driving on for a holiday. And I remember saying to the universe, I'm going to happily die with the cell phone on my ear, doing this career till I can't do it anymore. So if that's not what you want for me, you need to change the story, because that's the road I'm on right now. And I did not realize what I put out to the universe. Be very careful what you put out to the universe, unless you are genuinely wanting that redirection, because that's what I got. I got a redirection. But during the time that I pursued my career as a real estate agent, back when I took it, I had just finished some university courses and I was on the lookout for a new career. I didn't know what I wanted to be. I really honestly didn't. And I sympathize with people when they're graduating from high school, or, or maybe it's their first year college and they still feel like, I'm not sure what I want to do. 17 above, Corey is saying it was out in Calgary. Wow. Honestly, I just literally had 10 minutes to get everything together for the show, so I'm not even sure what the temperature was here. But you can hear the water dripping everywhere. We're noticing the snowbanks going just down, down. So I'm sure someone can say in the comments what the weather was like here in Dawson Creek. Kai, what about you? Where were you? Like, you don't have to tell me where you were, but like, what's the temperature like for you? I'm sure it's been a really warm day for everyone. So anyway, I just finished a couple university courses and I was living in Chetwynd. And they were so kind to me at the Northern Lights College. I was a young mom and just knew that I wanted more for my life than babysitting kids at home. I felt like I wasn't being fulfilled, and I wasn't, I guess I felt like I had something more I wanted to accomplish. So I pursued that and did some courses and really started to find my independence and also confidence. Going back to college is a great way to build your confidence up, because you have to rely on yourself and you start to learn new skills. You start to learn new things that you didn't know before, and it just blossoms in you because you are seeing that you're capable of new things. I don't know how to explain that, but going back to school, for anyone that's not sure what to do, even taking a nighttime course is very good for mental wellness and self-love and self-improvement. It really helps bolster your confidence. So my husband knew how much I liked looking at real estate, and he just threw it out there and he said, well, why don't you become a real estate agent? And for some reason, I just thought that was the most bizarre thing. I'm like, a real estate agent? I don't recall seeing that on the roster for like courses at the college of what I'm going to be when I grow up. So it was just not even on my radar. I was talking about, well, maybe I'll be a counselor. I wanted to be a legal secretary. And then he threw in this, why don't you be a realtor? Turned out I was very good at being a realtor, and it was a wonderful suggestion. No regrets. Like I said, I had every intention on being a realtor until I couldn't be a realtor anymore. But when we're circling back to failing and having that lady who came in today talking about her friend and wanting to know how to 8 degrees, she's saying in Chetwynd. Oh, 8 degrees in the Pine Path. Okay. Yeah, it's been a really nice day. Really nice. Good evening, Jody. Welcome to the fold. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, welcome to the show, Jody. So, it's not something anyone likes to admit, but I feel like when we admit some of our failings, it also helps inspire others, and that's why I'm sharing with you guys. Hey, Kathy, did you get some more of those Petslings? We could be making a mint on those at the store now, because Sophie's in my sling all the time. People are asking me, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? You could start a side hustle, Kathy. Okay, so I'm going to get back to my story. I had taken the course because it was online. You had to submit your answers online. And I still remember back then the computers were so slow. And I remember I only had dial-up, and I would have to submit my assignments for each lesson. And I remember sometimes just like struggling. I would go upstairs, do a load of dishes, come back down and see if it had finally gone through and submitted my lesson. It had, back in those days. That's crazy. Just, I don't know why that memory came back to me, but I do remember it was a lot of work. Anyway, I did that. Did the course, and when you get to the end, I don't know if it's still this way, but then you need to write an exam. And I was so excited and really proud of myself. I'd done really good grades, and my girlfriend lived in Vancouver, who used to live in Chetwynd. We were really close, and I thought, I'm going to go to UBC and write my exam there. I'm going to celebrate, go spend some time with my best friend, and just take a little tiny break after the exam, spend time with her, and then I'll come home. So I did all that. I had a crazy fun experience going to UBC and sitting in the hall and writing my exam, and I got to experience Banyan books. That's actually the trip where I bought my very first decks of tarot cards. I had never really even known how or where I procure one. I was curious about stuff like that, but I'd never even had access to anything like that. And this deck was the one that I brought home, along with the Ukrainian one, the Gypsy one that I love so much too. Those are the two decks that I bought at Banyan Books down in Vancouver. It has like this big tree in the store. It's like, is iconic. Anyone who goes to Vancouver that is into the metaphysical, you say Banyan Books and everybody knows it. Yeah, so I had this fantastic getaway. Thought I aced the exam. There's a little bit of foreshadowing. I get home. Week later, my results come in, and I was so excited, I couldn't even wait. So I rip open the envelope in the van before I go into the house, and I failed. Oh my God. I remember the stillness of sitting in the vehicle and looking at the grade, and I was 5 points off. Just 5 points and I would have passed. And as a young mom with 2 little babies, knowing the extravagance of going to Vancouver, flying out there, my husband paying for all of that, I was just devastated that I was going to have to walk into the house and let them know that I didn't pass. And I cried. I remember sitting in the van and just this total stillness and crying and just thinking like what a loser I was and how frivolous I'd been and that it was over. A dream was over. I really thought I was going to be a real estate agent, and it's over. It's done. I failed. I don't know what other times in my life where I had that experience so viscerally, like so punch in the gut kind of fail. I feel up to that point, I always seemed to figure things out. Like I'd never had that kind of a huge failure. And I didn't know how to deal with it. And I remember just feeling just so low. So I just want to say that like the takeaway from this is I don't know how it happened, but it took a couple of days. But something came over me and I heard this voice in my mind, and I call it my team. That's my team. And they said, that's your choice to fail. You can choose that. But what if you chose to be a winner? What if you chose to fight for it? And it was crazy in that, because for some reason in my mind, when I received that exam and saw that, I thought the story was over. I thought the dream was done. And yet it was this really heavy lesson of you get back up, pull up your straps, and you try again. I'd never tried again. I'd always just, oh, okay, I guess not. And I don't know how to explain, but that was a really big deal for me. It was a turning point where I thought, I'm going to give this everything I've got. I'm going to try, and I'm going to just dedicate even more to the studies that I needed to do. I knew where I was lacking. Math is not a good subject for me. Math and I do not agree, but I just would sit there at night studiously doing it. And this time there was no glamorous take your exam in Vancouver. I was very bashful. I was very timid at that point. I just scheduled it, and I got to the Northern Lights College in Dawson Creek from Tumbler Ridge. I was living in Tumbler at that point. Wrote my exam, and there was no feeling like, oh, I passed this time. I was so scared. And my David was so good he was there for me as I was going through all of the different emotions. I didn't want to let him down. I'd worked so hard. We'd paid money, and as a young family, when you've got diapers to buy and all of the things that go with a young family, that money is precious. And it just was so impactful on me that I had wasted all that money, to go to Vancouver. So taking this retake was really serious for me, because I felt like I was going to hopefully redeem myself. And I did. I passed. So for anyone that's struggling with having received news where the answer is no, or you didn't pass that exam and therefore you feel like the door's closed now, you can make that decision. I know David and I, he's been an incredible partner for me. He's helped me be the woman that I am today, frankly. But I just want to encourage anyone that's struggling with failure. Maybe they've let themselves down, just maybe you did a course and you didn't get the certification, or it could be something small, but I just want you not to give up. What I learned from that too, that whole experience, was how bad do you want it? I really feel like with the real estate especially, so someone's taken that real estate course. In BC, you are actually getting trained to be a mortgage broker in the course. Even though you don't become a mortgage broker, you can do everything a mortgage broker can do. So you can only imagine the math that was in there. I just remember these tables. We had to have this calculator that was just like space calculator. It was just crazy and intimidating. I did it though. And I just want to encourage anyone who's right now facing a wall. Wow, that's interesting. That's the card I pulled today. Hang on, just so you can see this. Everything happens for a reason. Hang on. Coming right back, guys, because it's sitting right here. Wow. I love this. This is my life in a nutshell. Do you see that? The wall. That's the card I pulled today. And I can tell you why that card came up, because I had my own wall that came up today. I would struggle to know if I should try again. Oh, Devoke, I'm so pleased that you say something like that. Can I just suggest to you, if you feel great pain and loss at that, at failing, that is your indication, try again. I remember thinking, if I accept this defeat, it will continue to define me for the rest of my life. And I didn't want to have defeat on my resume. I didn't ever want to feel less than. I wanted to know that I gave it everything I had and that I did it. I passed. I'm really struggling with the right words, but I hope you're getting the essence of this, Devoke. What I'd really like for you to think about whenever you're thinking about something, where should I try again? If it hurt you emotionally, like you really felt that sucker punch, that's an indication that you really wanted that. You're making me think even like when you're getting ready for a baby and maybe you really, really want that baby, and then you don't end up having a baby. Like you're not being successful having a baby. I'm going with this because listen to this. This is another story that I think you might find useful. This is very common, right? With a young couple, David and I thought we were expecting a baby. We were very excited. I had a false positive. And so I did everything correct. I was like, oh my gosh, we got to go to the doctor. So we booked our appointment. I can still remember the clinic in Grand Prairie, and we were so scared and excited, and we really felt like it was too soon. We weren't ready quite yet. I wanted a year at least of marriage before we had a child, just to kind of, get ourselves into a groove and a routine and just have that time together. I'd always heard that was an ideal way to start a marriage. Anyway, we're at the clinic and we're waiting in the waiting room, and I'm feeling pretty smug. Like I'm thinking, well, this is kind of silly that we have to do another test at the doctor's office. Like I have the stick right here. It says it's positive. I'm having a baby. And the doctor called us back into the office. And I'll never forget that. And he said, I'm sorry, you're not pregnant. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. Something that I thought I really didn't want or ready for yet. I knew I wanted it later. It wasn't on my timeline at that exact time. I realized how much I wanted a child. And again, these are really heavy topics to talk about right now, but I really feel like I want to share with you things about my life because I feel like they'll be helpful for someone that's listening. We left that office like totally like someone had just kicked us in the gut. And I remember both of us sitting in his little pickup, and I was crying. And I was so emotional, and I couldn't believe. I was shocked by how much I wanted a child, even though I didn't think I did. And that was just another moment in life where I realized our timing isn't, like we want to have everything in these compartments of when we should be doing things and when we want things to happen. But life, spirit, our angels, our guides, all the souls that we've made contracts with, they have a different timeline than the one that we think we need to be doing. And I realized in that moment that there was never going to be a good time, but I knew right from that moment on, and so did David, we did want to have a child. We were ready to have a child. And so, long story short, we ended up with Matthew just a little after a year of being married, and we were ready and so excited for Matthew to be born. Yeah. And I'm just so grateful to have those kinds of like insights in life. I'm sure you guys have had some insightful moments in your life, and I'm sharing with you a few. So the thing of knowing if you want it or not, you would feel it. You'd feel it in your gut. Like you're going to feel genuine like sadness that you're not getting to move on, move forward. If you have a great aspiration of what this opportunity would mean if you pass that exam, or if you pursued this that you failed before, I want to encourage you. That's where I was going with this, is there's something I've always held dear to my heart too, is sometimes Spirit wants to know if you really want it. Are you willing to put the work in for it? Not everything in life is going to work perfectly for you and just like everything be seamless. Sometimes life gets a little bit tough because we've got to show our grit. We've got to show that we're worthy of it. This gift, this next level of life. You got to show you want it. You got to work for it. I always like thinking about that story of there's a flood and this person is sitting on the roof and the water's just about, up to the roof, and a person comes by with a boat and says, get on in, there's room for you, we can save you, and they're like, that's okay, that's all right, God's gonna save me. And I always felt like missed opportunities. We get so blinded by what we think something should play out, how it should play out for us, and the steps that it will go, that we miss some of the biggest opportunities right in front of us. So I want you to be open. I want you to be more expansive about how things can transpire. They're not always according to how you want them to transpire, because there's so much more than just you in the equation. You're part of the cosmos. You're part of this energetic being that we all live in. And so there's so much more to everything that's happening. So many other little levels of happenstances with other souls, so much stuff going on. So we can only see our own little window of what we see, but Spirit sees it all, 100 folds. They can see it all. So you can imagine everything that happens in your life is happening not by happenstance, but it's been carefully played out. And when you know that and can embrace that, when something doesn't quite go right, you can have more peace about it. You can say, well, right now I don't understand it. I'm super disappointed. I feel like I've just been, punched in the gut. I'm really struggling. I want to cry. I just feel like a failure. But once you can allow those feelings to go through you, you have to let them go through you. On the other side of that is new perspective where you can start to see maybe that wasn't so bad. Maybe it allowed this other situation to come in because you had room for it. So I always say one door closes, another opens. And if we can just let go of the reins of our lives a little more and allow Spirit to play a part, more magic can happen, more miracles can happen, more like exciting things can happen for you. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I want to say you're not a failure. And it might be just a test of how bad do you want it. And I'm telling you what, that feeling of passing the second time, I didn't take anything for granted. I was so grateful for it. And I knew I was going to make David proud. I was going to make myself proud. And I was going to pursue that career with all of my heart, feeling that I'm entitled to it. Like I've worked hard for it. I've earned my certification. So yeah, there we go. We're going to share that. So I think that everybody's probably excited to get a reading. And I think that's what we're going to do next. I'm going to pull my deck. Like I said, it's a little different. This is an Ellie Grant deck that I'm going to be using today. And it's Cowgirls and Aliens. Of course, Claudette pulls her alien deck out. Don't look at my nails. They're terrible. But you know what? This is real life too. I didn't get a chance to paint my nails. So there we go. Cowgirls and Aliens. That's what we're doing. Rootin' tootin' galactic wisdom to inspire your day. I just love the artwork. It's so cool. And it's, it's just got that cool sci-fi vibe to it. So I thought, let's do that. That'll be fun. I do still have my other deck, and I'm going to be using it, my Golden Tarot by Cat Black that I always use. But we're going to also pull a Cowgirls card for you. Cowgirls and Alien card. So I'm going to push this up. And if you want a card, pull like a little reading for you, you can just put your name in the notes in the comments there. I'm going to see it, and I will get you a card. They blend into the card. I'm not sure what that means. They blend into the cards. Did anyone else see the moon this morning? I did see the moon this morning. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It made me pause. You know what my favorite is too, speaking of the moon? I love seeing it in the daytime. I don't know why, but that really helps me grasp. I've got your name down, Janice, you betcha. It really helps me grasp how small we are in the universe, and that the moon doesn't just disappear because I don't see it. It's still there. For me, that's a huge thing. I know it sounds silly, but to a lot of people that are scientifically more, practical than I am, but to see the moon during the daytime, it's just so solidifying for me. It's like, even though I don't see you, you're still there. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? It makes me think of like our spiritual family. Even though we don't see them, they're still there with us. I get a lot of comfort from seeing that. I forgot to do the card of the day before we get going on readings. OMG. Let's see what we can do here. I'm not inviting a guest. They moved my buttons around, so now here we go. Plus sign, extra camera. Yes, I want to share my extra camera. I'm going to add this card to the stage. I might have to adjust it. There. I think that's good. I think you can see that. And then I'm going to adjust it so it's like this, so you can see it even better. And I wonder if I bend it down a little bit. Okay. That is better, right? Yeah, you can make it out, I think, pretty well there. So for anyone watching for the first time, we always use the Dream Song Oracle deck. It's written by ANGI SULLINS, and artwork is by MARTA ORLOWSKA. And we're just about done this deck. Actually, we're going to be picking a new deck very soon. And speaking of which, ANGI SULLINS says we can use her deck, but we just need to give her credit. So I forgot to do that. I'm just opening up her website, Command C, and I'm going to move it over to the comments, Command V, and there we go. So here's the link to ANGI SULLINS. It is a beautiful deck, and I have one left at the store right now, actually, because I did bring some in for Christmas. They're great. They were a great Christmas idea, right? So the title of our show, we base it on the card. So today's show is Remember Who You Are, and I love this. Let me grab my book here so I can look at the picture while you're looking at the picture. So beautiful. I just find this is so, I love the colors. The colors are very warm and like fall before winter. And this Remember Who You Are. There's a fish in the water. Can you see the fish? Can you see that? I want to lift it up. Look at that fish. It's like he's got a human face, like a big puffer fish, but maybe not a puffer. Here, I'm going to put that back here. I find that this is neat when it says Remember Who You Are. And you can see her reflection in the water. She's looking at herself. Because when you're out in the wild, when you're out living your life, you're not paying attention to yourself, right? You're living and doing what needs to be done, and you can lose yourself in all that hustle and bustle. And I feel like she's come across a stream, and she's being reminded of who she is. I love this. She's going to continue on her way. The path goes on, and she's going to go back at it. But she's being asked at this moment. And I feel like the fish is like a little wise, giving some wisdom to her. He's in the water, and he's reminding her, your feelings aren't everything. They do not define you. Remember who you are. Even when you're at the lowest of low, that's not who you are. You know, it's interesting. I'm just thinking about, like, I reached out to my brother because he's going through a really rough time right now. And I felt inspired to send him just an encouraging message. And I said, you know, brother, this is merely a chapter in your book of life. And there's going to be a lot of great chapters coming up. And sometimes there's not so good chapters. But know that this is one chapter out of many. And I just wanted him to feel encouraged, like, this too shall pass. You're going to get through this. We always end up coming out the other side. Okay, so before I forget, B puts on a little puffer, like a little fish emoji. That's cute. Okay, Corey wants a card. Now I'm going to read the definition here for Remember Who You Are. Water doesn't wash. That is so cool. I love that. Water doesn't wash. It remembers. It's true, right? Water does remember. Yes, when you get quiet and approach the internal pond, quite literally through pondering, you draw close to soul. Through that meditation, you have a chance to meet she who remembers. Oh, I love this. This does remind me about hypnotherapy, and the biggest part of, I don't know if it's the biggest part, but a huge core to it is the idea of we're getting back to the core of you, who you were before the experiences. Who were you before that? What did you want before the experiences? Her grace and power remind you that you need only honor your own nature and embrace your natural shape to embody remembrance. Allow yourself to take up all the space you need to express your particular genius. Oh, not dimming your light. I love it. Allow yourself to love who and what you love unabashedly. That is so true. That's golden right there. Make no apologies for what feels most natural and alive to you. Now is the time to remember who you were before the world told you who you should be. That's absolutely precious and beautiful. That's definitely something I in many different ways we talk about during a hypnotherapy session, because that's the core of what it is. Our experiences, you know, when I talk about how we see the world through the lenses of our glasses, and they're tainted by our experiences. Everybody's got a different prescription. Everybody's looking at the world skewed based on your experiences, and I think it's really important to be brave enough to look at some of those experiences and to see, is that something we want to continue to take with us? Is it improving our lives, or is it holding us back? Is it like we're dragging this weight with us? Hypnotherapy can be very good for that, when there are things that we're dragging around that we really don't need to be dragging around. That's not our highest and greatest good of how we need to live our lives, how we were meant to live our lives. Beautiful card. I love this. Okay, keywords: don't apologize. It is what it is, and move forward. Yes, very true. And love who you are. Love all the weirdness about you. Love all the quirkiness. If you like extra ketchup on your burger, have extra ketchup on your burger. If you like the color purple and everything needs to be purple, do it. Enjoy the color purple. That's what that card is about as well. Is just embrace who you are. Life is so beautiful when you are around people that are different and unique and following their bliss. It's just so much fun. It's so inspiring to be around people like that. Corey, before I forget, we do have a little favor to ask of you. So later on, tomorrow, I'm going to reach out to you. One of our listeners is wondering if you can help us out. She's got something in Calgary and she's trying to figure out how to get it home. So I need to reach out to you. I've got Janice and Corey. And am I missing anybody else? You just need to put your name in the comments, and I will make sure that you get a card pulled. Me, please. Who's me? B? All right, B wants a card. I missed that. All right, and I feel like that's everything. So far on the list. Oh, Blake is saying yes. All right, Blake, I got ya. I've got Janice, Corey, B, and Blake so far on my list. So if you didn't hear your name and you'd like a card pulled for you, just make sure you put your name. Oh, Kathy. All right, I'm going to add you in here. And Kai wants one too. Okay, I think we're getting everybody in there. Now, I need to turn my camera this way. David was saying, Claudette, you'll be able to just turn your camera around. Remember, I'm at home now, so things are a little different. I'm just trying to logistically get all sorted out. I'm going to move my headphones out of the way. Oh, I forgot this camera is on too, so you can see me getting set up here. I don't need my keyboard right there. Well, yeah, that works pretty good. There we go. I think we're going to do it this way. You can see me. You can see the cards. Let me know if that doesn't work for you. Okay. We are going to use the Cowgirls and Alien cards. What card are you going to get? This is so fun. I guess I could do this on the end. It's going to get in my way. I'll just, there, you can see it down there. All right. But I want to use this as a supplementary. So we're going to use my good old deck to pull your cards. And we'll see what we get for everybody. I don't need this, but I don't want it on the keyboard. There we go. Okay. Where is the cowboys? It's like a Western, Blake. Look at the artwork on the cover. See? There's a horse with a third eye. I love it. There's like an alien lady, but then there's also another woman, and she's like all dressed up in Western. So yeah, it's like this fun, funky theme. Hi, Shift Reality. Welcome. Would you like me to pull a card for you today? Make sure you say yes in the comments or give me a name and I will add you to the list. I feel like you were a listener a while ago, Shift Reality, and if you were that person, I ended up missing you in a reading. And I want to sincerely apologize for that. I also, the next show after, made sure to pull a card for you. So if that was you, the next show that I aired, the next Wednesday, I specifically pulled a card for you so that, because I felt so bad that I missed out on you. All right. Shift Reality is getting a card as well. There we go. Here we go. Let's do this. We got Janice. Right on the, I saw Janice. Janice came just before I closed up today. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Oh, Janice, don't look. She doesn't like them in reverse. She gets nervous. So in the past, I'm just doing a 3-card because we got to get through everybody. You're welcome, Shift Reality, because I felt terrible. I felt so bad because you even said something in the comments like card or something, and I just flaked right out. So thank you for the grace, and I'm so happy to see you back. 8 of Wands. So for me, what am I getting out of this for you? I am getting, Janice, you've been frustrated because there was stuff that you wanted to know. There was some information you were waiting on and nothing was coming through. You were really frustrated with that. And you were expecting it to be more quicker. Also, in the present here, it's showing that there's something that let me think about this. I just seeing this feeling like there's something that you're not in control of right now that you're frustrated with. Normally, there's calm, there's, oh my gosh, this makes sense. I'm just remembering, Janice, because we just talked. You're just telling me how your little man woke up early today and it threw your whole day off. This is exactly what it is. It's just like the routines, the way things are, they were all just disrupted today. So that is what the present card is saying. The future card is talking about, I just want you to know that someone that normally seeks your advice is going to be taking somebody else's advice in something. So that's really interesting. You have all the resources and you feel like, why am I not able to weigh in on this situation? But I want you to know that this other person they're seeking out is actually going to be very beneficial for them. This person has more insight in a situation. They have, I guess they're more, they know the inner workings of the situation. So I feel like it's one of your children or someone near to you that is looking for advice, and they just want to prepare you. You're going to hear about it, that they've seek somebody else's opinion, and it has nothing to do with you. Again, this is not that they don't think that you're capable of giving them good advice. It's just they are following their intuition and feel like this person is closer to the situation or to all of the different like the inner workings of whatever. I keep feeling like the bureaucracy and just the steps needed to fulfill something that they're wanting to achieve. So I hope that makes sense for you, Janice. I'm going to pull your cool Cowgirls and Aliens card. Let's see. What do we got for you? The Henchman. The Henchman. Do you see that? Wow, look at those foxy ladies. Let me do this. Let me see if I change this over to the Henchman. It says underneath, where is that? I don't think we need that second screen. I think I forgot to undo that, and this will allow everybody to see. Oh, I do need the second screen. What am I thinking? So there we go. The Henchman. It says, I will collaborate with others to achieve amazing things. Oh my God. That is so fitting. That's exactly what we were just talking about with the 3 cards that I pulled. You are collaborating. Look at it this way. You're still part of this person's life, this child of yours that is going outside of the home for advice, but know that there's nothing, they're not meaning it to be anything like they think that you're not capable of. Sometimes, like I like to say, it takes a village. Someone's going to have some important input that's going to help your child go forward. So it's not a slight. There we go, Janice. Red is my heart. Aw. Okay. Who are we going with next? Corey is next. And if you're watching the show and you would like a card read for you, you let me know. You got to put your name in the comments and I'll read you a card. Okay. Let's see, Corey. I hope you're doing well. I mean, how can you not with plus 17? That's insane. Are you driving through massive puddles? You're welcome, Janice. Here, it's like I'm constantly having to clean my windshield because it's just, you're just plowing through great big puddles of water. Okay, Corey, here we go. Oh, that's unusual for me to take the top like that. Okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. Here we go. Maybe if I move them just further for you and you can see a little bit better. So the 2 of coins for you. This is the past. Okay. So this is talking to me about travel and income. It's sounding like there was a bit of like splitting of money. Do you see how one end to the other end? And balancing budgets. That's what I'm getting. Balancing budgets. But I also see that there was a lot of travel involved with this balancing of budgets as well. So like, I don't know. There's like, it's like 2 different incomes and having to work them out. And you were also, there's travel related to this. So I don't know if both incomes were from the same place. It seems to me that there were 2 different places where there was income. So that's the past card. But I see you in red. I feel like you've figured it out, that was part of what you were doing. Recently now, I'm just seeing that There's a lot of opportunities coming your way, but they're saying that there's one important opportunity that's going to outshine the rest. That's going to be really, you're going to feel it. It's news that you've been waiting for. I just feel like I need to get closer here to the card. There we go. Do you see it? Yeah. I feel like, yes, it's funny. You know what I see? I see like gophers, like all these gophers popping up their heads. It's like a whack-a-mole. But there's one whack-a-mole. There's one mole that you really need to whack. So I want you not to get sidetracked by 1,000,001 things, because right now there's something really important that's come through for you. An opportunity, and this one, you need to embrace it. Whatever this opportunity is or invitation, something has come your way, and they're really encouraging you, your team, to not let this go by. Don't let it get lost in all the noise of everything else that you do. All right, and I love this card. When I see this card, this is the 3 of coins. So for me, this is talking about future collaborations, that there's many different people here achieving different things, but you're all working together collectively for an end goal. And it's going to be a successful end goal. So I guess if I look at all of this, I would say that there is an opportunity you've been given, or you're going to be getting very soon. And it could simply be something like, hey, do you want to join my Reiki group? Or, but I feel like for you, collaboration is going to be a good thing. So if you get an invitation for collaborating with somebody or joining a group, it's going to turn into something that's going to go further than just that one event or just that one gathering. You're going to find people that you mesh with, and there's a future here where you could even start making some money at it. It's going to be like a joint endeavor of some sort. It's going to be financially good for everyone. So yeah, that is for you, Corey. And I'm going to let's do this. Cowgirls and aliens. Here we go. So it is pretty dry. Oh, well, yeah, you were surprised by how much snow we had. So you had less than us. Oh, the shapeshifter. Oh, I got this card the other night. You got the shapeshifter card. So this is very interesting. It says, I will get to know my true self and be comfortable with who I am. This card talks about how we wear a facade and we go out into the world, but the true us is under that facade. And I'm not saying you're being fake. That's not what I'm getting at. I am talking about that right now. This card is talking about maybe just knowing that you have a role to play right now. It might not, yeah, that's what I'm getting. So this role that you're playing right now isn't the role you really would like to be playing, but it's necessity. It's a necessity. So the card is talking about you're not betraying who you are inside at this time, because it's the highest and greatest good for all that you're in the position and doing what you're doing right now. Just to know it doesn't negate or diminish who you are inside. That you know who you are and you can see it. You know you're there. This other side of you that you're longing to be and to embrace completely, Just know that it's thriving, it's alive, it's within you, and you will have your moment to become this person. I mean, this looks it's not a very beautiful image to look at, but this is actually who she is. She's wearing a disguise right now in order to do the things that she needs to do. But this is her true self. So for you, you're right now not exactly your true self, because that doesn't work in your 9 to 5, but there will come a time when you'll be able to come back and become that person that you want to be. Shed that 9 to 5 identity. Oh gosh, I don't know. Would it, Corey? Corey says it would be cool to see that in the mirror. I don't know if I saw Gray looking back at me in the mirror. Woo! You're braver than I am. Although it would probably explain a lot about me. I don't want to go too crazy or deep. All right, this is for B. You are next. Put your headphones snugly on your ears, B. Here we go. Oh, man. Okay. Lots of reverses tonight. That's interesting. Okay. So B, the past card is talking about just getting away. Just like not getting away in the way, like you escaped something by the skin of your teeth. You're safe, you're okay. There was it could have been a lot worse is what I get. So the middle card here, 8 of Cups. I think that right now, this card is talking about you're actually feeling very retrospective. You're feeling very nostalgic about like the sense that you're embracing your life. You're embracing the wonderful things that you have in your life. You're appreciative of the good things. You're really making an effort to focus on all of the wonderful things that are going on in your life. Maybe it's that nice hot cup of coffee in the morning. Excuse me. But that's what they're talking about. You're definitely right now in a place of gratitude, and you're thanking. You're very thankful. You're doing the waking up and being grateful, and this card normally when it's actually in the upright position, it's talking a lot about you're so busy and focused that you're missing all the blessings in your life. But this is not your case. You're actually in a place where you're feeling very just appreciative. You have warmth. You can do your quilting, all the things that you're appreciative of. They're just talking about, they hear you saying thanks, they see that, and they're very appreciative that you are taking time to smell the roses. This next card, they want you to let your guard down. I think there's something there. I don't know what the situation is, but you've had your guard up a bit. This actually speaks to my situation and a friend of mine's situation, where we're learning to not let past experiences harden our hearts. People are people, but there is always good in people. There's always a lot of good people out there, and we shouldn't be tarring everyone or assuming they're all going to be the same, do the same things to us, and to give other people a chance. So your future card and your challenge tonight is to let your guard down. You're being very vigilant about something. You feel like you're not exactly sure. if you can trust this situation or this person. And they're saying, let that go. Okay. Let's find out what your cowgirl card is. Come on, cowgirls. Cowgirls and aliens. What card is B gonna get? Okay, B. Well, look at you. You're in full bloom. Talking about babies like I did earlier. She's got a full belly. She's called the Rancher. I love this. She's full of opportunity. She's ready to have a baby. But she's also a badass woman. And there's like a spaceship in the background. I think it's going to beam up her cow. She better get out there with her shotgun. I will nurture others and watch them grow. Oh. B, I love this card. I really feel like you have an opportunity to let your guard down with someone. And in doing so, you're going to have an opportunity to be a bit of a mentor to someone and an inspiration and to help them through a time of struggle. So this is your call. It's up to you. There isn't a right, there isn't a wrong, but possibly there's someone that's recently come into your life and you're just not sure. If you let your guard down and let this person in, I think that you're going to be able to help each other out. It's going to help restore your faith in people and remind you that how good it feels to help others as well. Like you're still valued as a mother. You're still valued for all of that wisdom that you've accrued over the years. There's someone that wants that mentorship. That's for you, B. Okay, Blake. Blake, baby. Let's get you your card. You've got a birthday coming up soon, too. All right. I hope Flavors 8 knows what they're in for. I'm just kidding. It's kind of full circle, too. That's where we had your other birthday dinner. I'm saying that right? Yeah, we did say Flavors 8. I don't know with Sophie B. I'm just like a little frazzled, and tonight I didn't have time to prepare all my notes, so here we go. This is for Blake. Blake. I feel like this, and then this one's been peeking out for you. Let's see. Are we getting them up? There we go. Ooh. Okay, so Blake, excuse me. I don't know what that's from. I'm seeing here there was a feeling of too much. Your past card here is just talking about it was too much. It was overwhelming for you. And even though to others it might look like you had a lot of great things going on, it was such a positive thing. This card is definitely talking about for you, it was too much. And I feel like, gosh, I feel like I know what that is. The 8 of Coins here in reverse, it's talking about that you're feeling very like underappreciated. Like, yes, you do. I do. Okay, so this card today, though, I feel like you have this longing, like don't say that I'm done yet. Is kind of the feeling I have for you. Like, you still want to contribute to society. You still have things that you want to feel like you play a part and that you're needed. And I feel like that's coming up for you a lot right now. It's like, well, what do? I don't feel like I'm contributing, or people aren't seeing the worth in me. And you're struggling to see your worth. So they're talking about that they can see that for you, that you're struggling with the feelings that you wish you could be doing something where you're feeling like you're a part of society. You're feeling disconnected from that. They want to remind you here for your future card, they're just talking a lot about that you have an opportunity coming your way where you will feel very satisfied, because it's going to help you feel a little more stable and a little more like you have purpose. You're feeling like you want purpose, and like you want to feel like you're important to someone, that they rely on you. But you don't want a lot of responsibility, but you do want some. You want to feel like you're important to somebody. And so I want you to know that you're going to have an opportunity coming your way where someone's going to ask a little more of you. You might be asked to do, like, I feel like a volunteer position. It could be like visiting others that can't get out of their homes, or something like that. Like, I just feel like it's something to do with people that are not as mobile. And you would find a lot of inspiration with that. You would feel very fulfilled. It would help make you feel more like you're not just counting the days as they go by, that people are going to miss you when you miss your visit on Tuesday. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's an opportunity coming up for you. You're going to learn about a program, and it would be really good for you, Blake. It would be really good for you. Be good for you, and it would be good for the person or the people that you they start to rely on you. Okay. Let's find out what cowgirls. No way. Let's find out what cowgirls and aliens card is for Blake. Blake gets the hacker. Oh, computer hacker. Look at that. Card 26, the hacker. I will prioritize what is important to me. That's interesting. This card is talking about, I really, really do believe for you, Blake, that you're feeling a little like you would like a little more challenge in your life. You want a little more like feeling like, well, on Mondays, I go do this. I really feel like your spirit family is encouraging you to embrace something very small commitment, that it's going to be such a benefit for you. It's really going to help you see your life from a different lens, and you'll be able to look back at how you're doing things, and you're going to start to see things that you feel like aren't good for you. Like, no, I don't want that anymore in my life. But right now, you're very insulated. And so this is really encouraging you. They're asking you to go in there and hack the program of your life right now, because it's time for a little tweaking. It's time to get a bug out of your computer program, your life program. That's what I get for you. I like the way I am. Well, good for you. You can love how you are. I love that you love how you are. These are just messages and ideas for a person to think about. Okay, Blake? There's nothing about... No one's pushing you to do anything. All right. Love you and leave you. You have a beautiful, wonderful personality, Blake. All right. This is for Kathy. Let's find out what Kathy gets. There's her first card. I feel like it's this one right here. Oh, that's a nice card at the end. So this is talking about, let me put these all together here. Oh, this is, Kathy, this is like a reading where you were expecting a knight in shining armor to come. In the past, you were disappointed by someone who said they were sweeping in, they were going to make everything all right, and it didn't turn out that way. The present here card is talking about that you're dealing with some heartbreak right now. But you're in a place where you're going to the heart of the matter. You're willing now to look at things. They're encouraging you. They're saying it's a good time for you to look at the things that are causing your heart pain. It's not a time where you need to feel like you're hopeless in the situation or that you don't have the tools that you need in order, like you're not capable of making the choices or the changes that you need to make to heal your broken heart. So they're really bringing that up to the forefront right now. You've been thinking about it too. You're thinking about just parts of your life that you're feeling a little bit let down and discouraged about. But I want to tell you, this future card looks beautiful for you. Family for you is really important. And it shows that you have a lot of resources and you get a lot of peace with your family. And when I say family, I'm talking about the younger generation. So like a child or a niece, nephew, that kind of thing, like your family. You see these two children, they're in the park, and look at all the cups they have, full of blooms. They have a lot of healing for you. And the one child is like got a book in his hand. I just want you to know there's a lot of wisdom out of the mouth of babes. And even though they haven't lived a lot of life, often their innocence and the way that they look at life can be very refreshing. And it's a good reminder of life doesn't have to be heavy all the time. So I feel like for you, Kathy, your way through this and negotiating going forward is really paying attention to the little ones in your life and knowing that they would give you a lot of what you need to get through that next phase. So I hope that was helpful. Pay attention to those little precious souls in your life, the younger people. Okay, here we go. Kathy gets the sheriff. I will stand up for what's right. Isn't that awesome? There she is, boots up. I love that. They're really asking you, Kathy, to just really stand up. It's saying, yeah, stand up for what's right. I really feel like for you that there's some things that you've let slide. There's things that aren't true representations of you, but you're letting it go anyway. And they're saying to you, you won't have to stand up all by yourself. You like that other card had. You've got family and you're not alone. And it's time for you to stand up for yourself. So that is your card. I love that for you. All right, we got Blake, we got Kathy. Kai, you are next, girl. Let's get your cards out here. We'll do Kai. Ooh, it's 9 o'clock. Okay, here we go. Here we go for Kai. All right, was this one? Okay, this one has to come up. Oh, wait. Out of my instincts here to turn it up. Okay. Oh, so Kai, the past card is talking about that you escaped a situation that was really difficult for you. I'm enjoying the younger generation. Glad that I can be spending time with my Bones granddaughter. She's 13 and my granddaughter. Aw, I love that. See? It's really good. I'm really glad to hear that, Kathy. So Kai, back to your reading here. 9 of Wands. I'm seeing you're a little bit, you didn't leave the battle unscathed, as we can say. In the past, you have some wounds from a past experience, but you did escape it. You've gotten away from a situation that wasn't healthy or good for you. And so this picture is just talking about they want to acknowledge that you were in a tough situation and that they can see that, you didn't get out of that situation without a cost. So the card right now is, oh, you got the same card as B. I think right now, Kai, you are, and they want to acknowledge that about you. You have been slowing your life down and really trying to see what you're thankful for. And that's really important for you. It's important for you to restore your heart, in a sense. There's a lot of healing happening for you. And part of that is relearning to find the good in everything. Relearning to see and to be able to enjoy the beautiful things in life and be at peace while you're enjoying them. So I keep getting my throat here. So I just feel like for you, for a long time, you were denied the opportunity. Oh, okay. So the middle card, I was just going to say, you're like denied the opportunity to enjoy beautiful things in life. Like tender things that would have made you just like melt and be like, oh, it was always taken away from you and you weren't allowed to enjoy those. So I want you, they just are letting you know that part of your healing journey is to continue to do what you're doing, being grateful for the things that you do have, and they see you delighting in all of the small things in your life that are positive. Continue doing that. It's really important for your growth. I also see that some sort of deceit is going to come out in the open. There's something that was done underhanded. They were trying to get away with it, and it's showing here that someone is going to be something's going to come to light, and they're not going to get away with it. And so that's really odd. I don't often get that kind of card reading, so I'm sure that is important for you to know that they're just saying, don't think that it's all like, there's still going to be some things that are going to come out in the open. Their shadiness is going to come out. It's going to be revealed, and it's going to help you see them even more clearly. I also feel like there is somebody else that played a part in this shadiness that you're going to be a little surprised that they get. You're going to see the part they played and everything. So just keep that in mind. This isn't like a bad thing, Kai. This is a good thing. It's saying that some things that were hidden are going to come out, and it's going to be okay. It needs to come out. And you're also going to find out about someone that you thought, ooh, I'm swirling. Someone that you thought was safe and a good person for you. They were riding the fence. And riding the fence to me is not a good place to be. You're either a friend or you're not a friend. Riding a fence means you're playing both sides. That's not cool. Someone is doing that for you. Okay. Indigo, let's do this for you. We're going to do your cowgirls and aliens. It's that kind of night. Okay, this is your card. Oh, I pulled this last night with my other card. You're getting this one. Da-da-da. The Mountain Woman. I am capable, independent, and will rely on myself. I feel like this is very good card for you, Kai, especially with what you just shared in the chat room. This is talking about you have all the resources for what you need. You can rely on yourself. You have what it takes to survive. I absolutely love this. It's talking about also that there are skills that you have that you're going to be asked to use that you haven't used in a while. So I want you to just find the confidence you need to revisit things that you used to do that you were good at, but you haven't done them in a long time. You're going to have an opportunity to do something, and I want you to embrace it. They're encouraging you to embrace it because you are so much stronger than you're giving yourself credit for right now. You've got so much still to achieve and to experience. So yay, go Kai. All right, Shift Reality is next. Here we go. And I didn't forget this time, so I'm very happy about that. And then I've got to close the show. It's 9 o'clock, just like that. Time flies. Okay, Shift Reality. Shift Reality. Oh, this one wants to come out. Oh, I love that. Okay. Let me see what's happening here. Okay, so Shift Reality. This is for you. In the past, there was an opportunity. You feel like you've missed out on an opportunity that came your way. I think a little bit from indecisiveness. You weren't quite sure if you should jump or not. And as a result, because you took time to think about it and you were a little indecisive, you ended up losing out on an opportunity that you're looking back at now. And you're thinking, I should have just did that. I should have gone for that. So the cards are just like your team is just wanting to acknowledge they see things that are going on in your life. And so it helps you just to hear the rest of the message so that they're just indicating there's a sense of loss. Like that was supposed to be my opportunity. But presently, they want you to know that not all, like just because you missed out on that opportunity, that you've gained so much more in a lot of other ways. So now if something similar were to come your way, I want you to know that you're going to remember that and you're going to be a lot more bold going ahead. So this card is talking about that this was almost like a training grounds for you so that you will be prepared, you will be ready for the bigger opportunities coming your way. So they want you to let go of the mourning and just to understand that we're all souls on this planet having a human experience, and this is one of your experiences that you've asked for. Will I be brave enough? Will I be strong enough? Will I be clever enough to see and understand that this is for me? Like I need to jump on this next opportunity. Oh, you're so welcome, Kai. So for you, this next opportunity is really going to help you feel and find your place in the world. Like I see here that finances will be become much more steady and reliable. It talks about, what else do I see here? I feel like you also will have people working underneath you in this opportunity. Like they are going to be relaying messages to you, information to you, and you're going to be kind of like more in an authority position. So this next opportunity that's coming your way is going to be much more suited for you. It's going to be a calmer environment for you. You're just going to, it kind of makes me think of my earlier conversation about the real estate. Because you lost out the first time, this time, you're not going to take things for granted. And you're just going to be very appreciative of the environment that you're working in. And it's going to be a very good endeavor for you. The future card. Let me look at this here and see what they're trying to say to me. Oh, they are saying that there's an apology that you've been waiting for. You want someone to acknowledge that they've done something wrong. And the card in this position is saying that, and they're telling me they don't have the foresight or the wisdom to really understand the depth of what they've done. So sometimes we have to, just like my good friend Blake says, love them and leave them. This is a situation that you're not going to get closure on. And I guess the bigger question is, are you ready to move on? Is that something that you want to be lugging around extra weight while you live your life? Do you want to give them free rent in your brain, in your thoughts? No. So shift reality. I say, let go of that old baggage, leave them and love them wherever they're at, and don't carry ahead with you any aggression or feelings of frustration, because you're not going to get it from them. And I have a special shopping code running down the bottom. I guess we'll just keep it, guard change 26. I didn't realize that's there. I jumped into the studio so fast. So let's pull your last card here, your cowgirls and aliens. And I'm getting my cards all mixed up. That's what happens when I read cards. For shift reality, and then we're done. Everybody got their cards read. You are so welcome, Kai. I love it. You keep lighting and brightening the world. Okay, shift reality. What card are you getting out of this cowgirls and aliens, just to tidy up? Oh, you got it too. There you go. You know what I get from this shift reality for you is you don't need them. And what you don't know is that they want to remind you is who you were before they let you down, and who you need to be again. That's who you need to be again. This apology is never going to come, and that's okay. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Think about it. How freeing is that? That's okay. It's not my job to please people. It's not my job. And you can just let that go and start thriving, because you have so much to do, and you've got a lot of things that you're very capable of, and opportunities that are just waiting for you to embrace them. And it sure looks like it from that other 3 card spread that you had. So I'm excited for you, shift reality. It sounds like you're going to be finding something that's very fulfilling and kind of moving into a really important part of your life. Sweet. You're welcome, shift reality. I'm happy to do that for you. Well, guys, that wraps up another show. Happy Thoughts with Claudette, and I hope you enjoyed it. I always enjoy my time with you from my lovely home. Now that I'm here, I imagine that studio, like I said, will keep changing. There'll be some little changes here and there as we get settled in here. And I just want to wish you all a wonderful week going forward, and think about failure is never the end. You can pick right up and do it again. Dust your knees off, do it again. Give your heart time to get over that disappointment and do it again. If you really feel that pain inside, that means you need to go and try again. So I want to encourage everyone to be brave enough to try again. Be brave enough to try again. Think about that. Have a great week. Enjoy your dinner Tuesday. Wish I could join you all. Oh, well, thank you, Corey. All the other listeners will be there in spirit. And yeah, let's talk about when you're coming up, because maybe we'll make sure our next one is when you're here in town. That would be fun. I can't remember. I thought it was February you're coming up. And if that's the case, Corey, we'll try to make sure that our next dinner is on that during that time that you're in town. So for anybody else that's wondering, that just caught us later in the show, on the 20th, we are doing our monthly dinner at Flavors 8, 6 o'clock. It's an open invitation. Come and join us. We're just getting together, like-minded souls, to have a nice evening together, sharing some laughs, some food, and just partaking, having some fellowship together. Have a great weekend. Okay, Kathy, enjoy your yoga. And we'll see everyone next week. Same time, same day of the week. Love everybody.
Sometimes it's hard to find a reason why, when everything is falling and all that's left to do is try your best to keep holding on to the next sunrise. But you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Sometimes a mountain means it's time to climb higher than you've been before. So hold on tight and close your eyes. You'll make it faster than you know, closer to the sunrise. 'Cause you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found.